Members of press, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you. This is Africa Center for Collective and Preventive Action. We are a local NGO in this country, and we do a lot of programs and projects which are of greater importance to the general public. So where we see there are issues that affect the general public, and where maybe individuals, institutions, organizations, even countries operate in violating the rights of Kenyans, we normally come in and put our voice in a structured way to ensure that the continuous violation of those rights is no longer there, and more importantly, to ensure that the restitution, and probably where there have been damages, to ensure that also the members of public are well compensated for the violation that have been meted against them by the institutions or organizations or individuals who work against the law. I'm the executive director, and my name is John Masharia. And today, why we invited you to this press, because we have a matter that is in the court, and this matter is about data privacy, because we have received numerous complaints from the members of public on various violations on their privacy by Google company. And after we did a background check, we did a review of the same, because of course we don't take any matter without ensuring that we have done our due diligence to ensure that yes, whatever people are complaining is really factual and actually they are violation. So we had to subject the issue to our internal processes to ensure that it really met the violation that they are claiming. And after we did our due diligence, we noted that indeed we have sufficient ground that Google Limited or Google Kenya has violated the rights of their users, and we raised the matter in Kenyan court, Milimani Constitutional and Human Rights Court, and the matter was taken heavily. In fact, after the matter was stated, we have noted so many interested parties wanted to be part of this litigation. And the main contention that we noted, although people have raised so many issues to do with abuses and violation by Google Limited, the one that came out clearly is use of biometric and use of photos and images, and again having a location tracker, which actually violated their personal rights, their privacy, and more importantly, they make this violation to the detriment of the users and for their profit motive, because they make out of revenue based on this violation. And once we raise the matter in court, I think the judge with the matter took matter so seriously, and in fact he gave us an opportunity to have about 22 million Kenyans whose rights have been potentially violated by Google to join in this particular suit. So, and in compliance with that order, we did make a public notice in daily newspaper with national circulation, inviting the members of public who use Android phones and who feel their rights have been violated and they have sufficient ground for that to join the petition. Because we did not even go to court as an organization itself. We went together with other individual users who have concrete evidence how their rights have been violated. So the court intend to ensure that not only those petitioners, but every other Kenyan who feel that in one way or the other his rights have been violated to join this petition. I may not give more details on this petition because the matter is active in court and we cannot prosecute the matter in the media. However, we are calling upon Kenyans who feel the matter, who feel that this matter affects them, the violations to their privacy have been meted against them by the Google Limited, to come up and join the petition according to the orders of the court. And we are supposed to go back to court on 15th of May. That's next month, that one. So we want those who may be interested to join before then. In fact, if we can have as many people register and to join the petition before 10th of May, we can really appreciate. And actually call upon you members of other states to help us in this agenda, to pass the message to Kenyans. Because, again, in this country, we really don't, we take things casually. We don't really reconcile with the laws of the land and the things that we do, even if while there are breaches, we are not really well applied on the issues. Because in Kenya, we have a very progressive and liberative constitution. Article 35 of our constitution is very clear on right to privacy, right to personal data. And actually, also, if you look at the act that we have, Data Protection Act of 2019, we really try to amplify and ensure that those provisions of the constitutions are now put in place. But we also realize that also the Office of Data Commissioner is quite new. They have not done much in this country. So it's also, besides the issue of Google, is very important that also members of press, you ensure that you educate the members of public on their rights to information, right to privacy, as stipulated in our constitution. I want to say that to handle this matter, those we have noted we have so many interested parties coming as institutions, and they are procured their legal services through their preferred legal firms. And for individuals who want to join this petition, I know most or many may not afford to procure legal services, and we have a battery of lawyers who are guiding this matter for the current petitioner and for the organization. That's why we call upon those Kenyans who want to apply. They can apply through our office or through our legal advisors on this matter, and you just need to part with only 2,000 Kenya shillings for legal support fee, because we believe that going by what has happened in other jurisdictions, if only the rights have been violated, there are very sufficient ground for you to be compensated. This matter we are doing is not new. It has happened in other jurisdictions, especially in America, in USA, and even Australia, where Google has been found to have violated the right of the users, and they have paid heavy compensation to those individuals, no matter their numbers, because they use your privacy, your data, to make revenue. But where there is sufficient ground, also they should be forced to ensure that, first of all, they are discontinued or prohibited to continue with those violations, and more importantly, where the violations can be quantified, then there should be monetary compensation. So what you are saying, the end game of this matter is that those whose claims shall be found to be true, they are glad for them to be well compensated, and also we shall be able to set clear signal to Google and other ICT companies that as much as you are working with data of Kenyans to do your activities, to make money, also ensure that the privacy is given the right position in terms of that no violation, that because the issue of data, we talk about privacy. If the issue of location the Google can track you wherever you be, it means that your personal safety and security is compromised. When they can share some of your photos, even for the children who are underage, you see their photos circulating in different pages, and those children, they cannot even defend themselves, and they do that for the purposes of generating revenue for commercial purposes. It's not right, it's not fair, and those actions should be in a great way be not only being condemned but be prohibited. So what you are saying, that those who are going to join the petition, as long as your claim is legitimate, we are going to work together through court processes. We are certain that our court system is going to dispense this matter probably within the shortest time possible, though I know we are having so many other parties joining as amicus curiae for the court. Also, there are those who are joining to be petitioners, the institutions who are joining. We hope that all those who are going to be onboarded in this matter, they are not going to in any way delay the case. So we call upon Kenyans, if you feel that you have a case against this company in terms of violation, you register with us. We have a portal. We are going to share a flyer online, portal that people can make registration online, and also our offices are wide open, and depending on the needs, we can also make provision to have some other point of registration for the applicant across the Republic. And also we want to assure our neighboring countries, because we have noted also some of users who are beyond Kenya having the same problem. They are complaining and seeing how they can be enjoined in this matter. We are looking, our legal advisors are looking at the East African Community Treaty and see possibility of enjoining as people from those who are within East African community, but that one cannot be guaranteed at this point in time. But I think at the appropriate time, when we get the legal position, whereby we know that, I know in public interest litigations, we are not limited. We can go as much as the entire East African region, but we want to be very clear before we make such a move. And once we get the green light from our legal team, then we shall advise the members of public accordingly. So for now, we are limiting ourselves to those who are within Kenya, covered by the Constitution of Kenya and Data Protection Act. So those who wish to join us, I really want to welcome you, and I can tell you that we have effective team to ensure that your data, your registration is taken on time, and then our legal officers shall also guide you on which specific form that you need to fill to ensure that the application also meets the legal threshold that we have been given by the court. Otherwise, I want once again to urge you and to request you that you give Kenyans the right information on this matter. Also, the issue of timeliness is critical, because I know probably after 15 we may not have another chance to onboard any other person. And what happens in most of public interest litigation is that any time the timeline passes, then to adjudicate that matter or bring those cases again back to court and you had an opportunity becomes very difficult. So we wish that those who want to bring their complaint or want to be part of this case, let them take. We have instances like the case of, I will not mention them here, but once the matter has been dispensed, then other people now want to come and start the same matter. It's quite, once it's closed, it's closed. So we wish that Kenyans take this opportunity, register in masses. We may not probably get the 22 million that the court has elected to, but being a public interest litigation, and we know that ad reducers in Kenya, they are in millions, we would wish that those who have those violations register. We have the capacity to handle all those applications. Thank you very much, and I wish to welcome my colleagues here they can say a word, and then we shall take a few questions before we close this briefing.
Teresia Karimi, and I have come here in the interest of joining the case filed by ACCPA against Google. First of all, I saw the issue online, and I'd like to say that it is my belief that data privacy rights must be protected, and it is well stipulated in our constitution, and currently Google has really breached those rights, and at the moment I would really it is important to take action in order to ensure our privacy is respected, and I'll really urge all the citizens of this country that to really hold companies or anyone who is violating their rights accountable. Thank you.
And a responsible citizen of this nation. So, as enshrined in our constitution, and also as we alluded from the Data Protection Act of 2019, without your consent, Google as a company should not at all at any time share any of your data or content. Because, for instance, if you go right now in the Google, you Google something to do with maybe a company or a school, you're likely to find that ad forwarded to you on Facebook, of which you've not even subscribed nor liked anything to do with that. So it means they have interlinked your searches from the Google searches history to the Facebook. Therefore, it's with no consent. You've never even wished to do that. So we feel as citizens, as users, our data protection, it's not taken keen and seriously. Therefore, when I saw this issue addressed on the daily newspaper of one of the papers in this country, I felt I'm moved by that and decided also to join the move. And I also wish to thank SSPA for that, because as citizens, as users, it's of importance. Because right now, if your search history can be assessed by a third party, if someone may be brought to harm you, he or she will do that very easily. But if there is a consent note or maybe tab whereby you can consent your data to be assessed by that party, that in that way you will feel that your right is protected, that is your data privacy. But now, because there is nothing like that, that's why we feel that we have to advocate this matter in the court of law of this republic, and the relevant action should be taken, and with immediate action. Thank you.
Youth Kenya Mashinani organization. I saw an advertisement from the Star Nation, from the ACCPA Africa organization against, it was a lawsuit against Google organization. I saw it's wise to join the case as the members of Youth Kenya Mashinani group, because if our data privacy is in any way, Google is sharing our data to third parties through photos, through maybe the right location, that's data privacy trespassing. So according to the Constitution and Data Act 2019, we as youths, because nowadays youths are using the Google and so many digital platforms, we are so much sad that our data is not secure and the space is not secure for us. We need our rights to be preserved, we need our rights to be protected, and so Google must pay every Kenyan, or compensate every Kenyan, so that, and they should ensure that our rights are protected. Thank you so much. Yeah.
My question goes to Executive Director. You give an example of a child maybe whose photo is circulating on platforms, but they are not aware. And truth be told, maybe, or in most circumstances, you will find that the owner of such photos are not aware of it. Maybe is there a way Kenyans can maybe track or maybe know that their privacy is actually being invaded by the same company?
A very good question, but also my heart's a bit tied up because the matter is very active in court, but I just gave it as an example of violation, because we have even other deeper violations. What we were saying, is it right? Is it okay that your images, your photos are being shared, even on other online platform, without your knowledge. A child cannot even defend himself. In Kenya, we have child rights. We have various provision for that. And when an organization, as my friend, my colleague has said, that just take advantage of your naivety, they use your data to do whatever they want. They ensure it's shared across board. They can be integrated with so many platforms and all that. So those are issues that we really advocating for. And I know what I would say that out of this litigation, because what happens, most of the company which operates in an environment which is not regulated, they come and have a whole the playground to do whatever they want. But as the citizens and the users and their customers also appreciate their rights, then it's upon now the company itself to ensure that they enhance the privacy and don't compromise and interfere the rights of the users. So such a case you have mentioned, I may not go to details, but I will say it's not the right thing to do. And I know the outcome of the litigation probably will come with certain recommendation or certain orders that to ensure this company comply with the privacy issues. Thank you.
Okay, now the court gave a directive for you to collect at least 22 million cases. I don't know how many cases have been
I may not have specific data right now, but I know registration is ongoing, and we are going to do because this matter has deep public interest. We want to be very factual, and we will be doing updates every week on the matter. So probably in next week, mid next week, we shall be able to just give a rough estimate of how many Kenyans have registered. But I can tell you first, the litigation did not go to court from an organization per se. It is organization with other petitioners who are already in court, quite a number. So even those people, we were even to limit, because before you make a claim for us to take to court, we have to process it. So what we did, we had so many applicants at that point in time, but because in the interest of time, we just took a few of them as the one that are in court. So even before the matter went to court, we had so many people who have shown interest in this matter. I can tell you we have a good number so far.
including organizations, right?
Yes, yes. What to conclude with is that help us, we help Kenyans, let them register in masses, pass the message, and let's protect the right to privacy of Kenyan. Asanteni sana. See how I'm sitting with